This video's made for adult collectors because these two are going to be devastating your shell. I'm so sorry. So we all know the Earthrise Seeker mold, right? And, you know, within the community, it's either you think it's fine or you absolutely hate it. And I'm of the camp that I think it's fine, it's all right, it exists. It's not amazing, but, you know, I really liked Thrust. Thrust has been my favorite Deco. He just looks the coolest. He's the most interesting. However, I think Thrust has been beat at my favorite Earthrise Seeker mold. This Deco is just lovely. Also, he's here. I don't mind these two molds. I know there are some people that either love or hate the Earthrise mold, and I just don't see that many people talk about the Run Amok mold much anymore. Both molds are pretty fine, but here, for some reason, they just, I don't know, they feel nicer. It's odd, because it's just a new paint job, but the car mold specifically actually feels better because they removed the clear plastic. I had the white one before, I can never remember who's who, but I had the white one and it was fine, but a bit precarious to transform because it was all clear plastic in the roof section. It was Earthrise clear plastic, so there were plenty of people who cracked their figures. So having it in solid plastic, not to mention these really nice colors, it's just so fun now. Oh, and the Seeker's here too, I guess. This is the More Than Meets the Eye Devastation 2-pack, and this was bought at GameStop Canada. Wait, sorry, EB Games Canada, hell yeah. Here's the box, not sponsored. Interjecting into my script here for a second, because I didn't write this in, but I do want to talk about it. He is dead on the ground. We need to move him out of the way. This box feels really nice. I don't know what they did. It's very where's my Studio Series? Yeah, Heatwave works. It's very different from this. This you can see the cardboard sort of texturing, and it feels like an average sort of cardboard box. This has a gloss applied to it, like a top coat applied to the box. It feels really nice and premium. I don't know what they did, but it's very noticeable when you get it versus what we have been getting for a little while now. It feels so much nicer. I'm still not keeping it though, it's going in the recycling. But another thing I quickly wanted to talk about, and I'll put a timestamp if you want to skip to the actual video on these idiots, but this guy. So his video came out Monday, and thank you everybody for watching it. It did quite well. But the comment section was very odd. It was very odd. So there were some people being hostile in the comments, both towards me and towards people who liked or didn't like this thing. And it's a toy, guys. It's a big, dumb children's toy. There's no real need to be that worked up over it. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's completely fine. If you like it, you like it. That's also completely fine. Your opinion is yours and you can have that. That's cool. But fighting people about it is not okay. Don't do that. And also a couple of other things I wanted to touch on. Some people are like, oh, he's so hollow in the legs, therefore he's cheap. That's Star Convoy. That's just what he is. He turns into a truck and a trailer. You have to fit cars in his legs. So it makes sense they're going to be hollow. I think that's just a weird complaint to have. I mean, if you don't like it, that's fine. But I feel like that's just a slightly odd complaint to have. And also people talking about him being the size of a commander. Here's a big, dumb, tall commander. And as you can see, Star Optimus is much bigger. Actually, I'll get another figure. Here's another figure that is the size of a commander. Or actually a little bit bigger than a commander. Let me raise this up so you can see. He is bigger. I know I should have probably compared it to a commander in the video. I thought the deluxes and whatever would have been fine. But yeah, he is bigger than both of these toys. And these toys are not small. So he's huge. Again, if you don't like it, that's completely fine. I'm not trying to convince you to like it. I just wanted to clarify some things that people said in the comments. Back to the Seeker idiot. These two have deco changes, obviously, and they have to be my favorite decos of these molds. I'll do the Seeker first because I really want to talk about the car guy more. This is the Elite Seeker, who I'm calling Blackout because G2 Blackout. Blackout here looks honestly really good. The black and the gray with the bits of red and that extra, that's not how I wrote those words at all. The black and the gray with the bits of red on the thighs for some extra color pop. That's how I wrote it. As well as the bright orange cockpit. The cockpit, by the way, has cell shading on it, which I think just putting it here works so well. There are no tooling changes between this and some of the other uses of the Ramjet mold, but the swords are entirely new, which I honestly wasn't expecting, but that is so nice to see. I love the silver and the sculpting of the blades. They're such cool swords. But other than that, the Seeker is basically the same. Car guy, though, I really like this. The deco, it's so nice. The two shades of blue on the limbs and then the bright orange on the chest with the cell shading and the new head. I like the new head, more resembling the original toys look. It looks great. I love the giant red visor. In the actual game, the model is a bit of a different look. It has Wheeljack's lower body, but most of like Run Amok's upper body and head and backpack and stuff. So the toy isn't super accurate, but I'm not gonna split hairs around the legs being the wrong. I like the way they are. He does have fake wheels on his heels. I don't mind it, but I know some people don't like fake parts, so it is worth pointing out. He also comes with a sword that is also entirely new. No gun like the original mold, but in the game, as far as I can remember, the blue ones didn't have guns. It's really solid for the most part. I love the no clear on the back. It makes it so much more enjoyable to handle for me. Though the for the most part bit is the one knee doesn't like staying clipped in when I go to bend it. Well. So these are molds we've seen before. I've talked about this one. I think I've talked about this one before in depth. I actually don't know if I've ever done a video on an Earthrise Seeker toy that wasn't just short, and I don't think I've ever talked about this mold. So, the Earthrise Seeker, you got, you know, head on a ball joint, not exactly the most lucrative ball joint in terms of range, but you couldn't look up that far and rotate. Really hard to get in there and hold this head because it's cone-shaped. Shoulders, they can rotate in and out, bicep, elbow, nothing at the wrist. This particular copy, this arm likes to come untabbed quite a bit. And it's a little annoying. It doesn't like fully clip in all the way at the torso on mine. It's a bit weird. No waist joint because Earthrise Seeker. Hip skirts can move forward. Hips can go forward that far. They can not go back. You got in and out. You have thigh rotation. You have a knee bend, which for the most part stays fine here, but sometimes I think it's this knee that stays. Yeah, it's this knee that likes to stay. It's fine. This side does the little unpeggy thing that the Earthrise Seeker is known to do. And then you have really, really stiff ankle tilts on this figure. So, oh, and these wings can move. What I like to do with this one is I like to fold his wings in like this just to sort of differentiate him a little bit more from the others so that they have that look going on. I think that's neat. Get out of shot. But this, I like that something's rattling on the desk and I don't know what it is and it's annoying me. The head can rotate left and right. It's a little hard to get in there because of this section. But if you want, you can just like move it back a bit, rotate the head, and then close it all back up. These shoulders can do a full 360 degrees, though they are a bit limited because they bump into this. And they are the trigger happy style shoulders, but they don't bump into the head, which I like. You have a bicep rotation, 90-degree elbow bend, nothing at the wrist. This one has a waist. Take that, Earthrise Seeker. The hips are strange. So they go up all of the way, but then they only go back that far. But there's no back skirt. It's because the actual rotational joint isn't in the middle of this like a traditional hip. It's more forward. So you can get a really, really high kick, which is awesome, but you can't go back that far. You have outward motion, thigh rotation, knee bend that bends just a little under 90 degrees, and then ankle tilt, and the ankle can go down. So you have that. He does have that knee assembly, so you can sort of like cheat the knee if you want to cheat the knee for like a, oh, that knee came undone, for like a photo thing, so you can get his leg really high up. So that's fun. And one other thing I wanted to mention, because I forgot to write this in the script, was in the game, right, you get these weapons. And these weapons are used by these characters, but then you unlock them for the characters you end up using. And the only Devastation toy we have is Optimus Prime from the Autobot side. But like that's what he looks like holding the sword or holding the primal sword. So you can give him the weapons as well, just like in the game. I do kind of hope that the like random guns you could unlock also end up coming out at some point, because then you can like really customize this to match how your Optimus or Bumblebee or Wheeljack or whatever looks in the game as you play him, because I think these accessories are really neat. So I like both of these decos for these molds. Honestly, I think they're the best ones out of either mold. They look fantastic with Devastation Prime too. I can't wait for B next year. The robot modes aren't the only things though that look good in this set. They also kill in their alt modes. So we'll start with Jet Guy to get him out of the way. Get these cannons out. They're very stiff on this copy, and they're very like not. No, it's thrust where they're not stiff. They're very not stiff on thrust, which is kind of funny. This one they're also really stiff, so I don't know if that's just like a ramjet mold thing, but the cannons are a little stiff to get in and out. But once you have them out, you just open this up, collapse the arm into there on both sides. Don't know why I said that like that. Then you want to take the cockpit and bring it up, close it over the head. That orange is so nice. Get these bits out of the way. This is painted black, so try not to paint chip it. You open this section up, rotate this around, close this up, fold the arms in, and then close that all around. Peg the legs together, fold the feet down, bring down the wings, bring these sections down, open this up, fold the legs in, peg them into the back while getting the wings lined up, and then close the bit at the bottom. And there you have the ramjet mold not wanting to go together. There we have the ramjet mold, yay. The interesting transformation. So this thing, it feels similar to like these two toys, but it's not. It's not, there's no parts or anything like that. I don't even think they're partial or sharing any engineering. It's just like the way that this ends up kind of feels like those. So to start with, we're gonna bring this forward, fold the head in, and close it up. And we're gonna take this section, it's on a double hinge, and you wanna unpeg it, unpeg it from the back and shift it down like that. Then we can fold the arms or the hands in to the arms. They're really stiff. And then bring this section down on either side and then fold the arms up. Then rotate the waist. Then we are going to take the wheels at the back here, flip them out, and just sort of straighten this out and leave this back here for now. The legs, we're going to take them and peg them together at the front, and then just collapse them on that double hinge, like Combiner Wars them up into place. Don't unpeg that. Get it nice and tabbed into the arms. Fold these up, fold the extra wheels into the vehicle mode, and then bring this section forward. You just push it forward, and it will line everything up and sort of sit in place. Now, the one issue is this windshield. A little unfortunate. I gotta sort of like really finesse it, and then it stays. But there you have the car. Yep. Still looks just as good. I love the orange windows on both. It pops so well, but it's not too overbearing. The jet's cool because the black and the gunmetal gray are they just go so well together. And then that orange cockpit just sort of like color in your face. It's great. But the car, this blue is so nice. I thought the exposed dark blue hinges on the front would bug me because that's what we saw in the original photos. But I honestly just I see them as small little stripes. I've seen people around here with cars that do that, so I just imagine that it's just tiny little stripes on the hood. I don't really like, though, how the back windshield is black and not orange. I don't know why it doesn't just match the entire thing. And I wish the car had a spoiler, because they did in the game. This part at the back doesn't have to move or anything for transformation other than shifting down. So they could have put a piece there, but it's not there. Weapon storage for the most part is okay, but these toys weren't designed with these weapons in mind, so I don't mind. Still though, really fun set. I like this a lot. I do have my little nitpicks and a couple of tiny mold degradation problems with the car guy and his windshield and his knee, but like, I like this set. And here in Canada, it's a couple bucks cheaper than buying two deluxes. So for a deluxe and a Voyager, I think it's a pretty good pickup. I definitely recommend this one if you're building that Gamer Edition or Devastation shelf, or if you just want more Seekers and or car guys, or you want a G2 Blackout or whatever. Like, this pack feels kind of multi-purpose for that sort of stuff, and I like it. But that's my look at the More Than Meets the Eye Devastation 2 pack. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I just dropped everything off my desk, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.